In this particular tutorial, you will see how to build your own assessment or pull from one of your previous assessments that you had in USA Test Prep. Let's take a look. You do have shortcuts up here. You can set those shortcuts how you like them and where you want them to occur or who you want them to be. So for example, I can change my shortcut that's currently my assignments to something else if I want to. Now what I can't do is I can't click and drag them around. This is the order that they come in, and this is the order they must stay in. So you're welcome to use the shortcuts if you want to, or you can go over to the Assessment Assignment Center, noted by the bookmark. When I click on it, you'll notice I've got assessments, assignments, and then my own authored questions. So any questions you want to create yourself and manage yourself can also be added to the system. Let's take a look currently and see what I have in my vault. When I click on my assessments, you will see there are 2 tests that popped up. Those are 2 prior tests that I created, as you can see, by the date last year. They have been imported successfully into the program and they're there for me to be able to use. I can still edit these assignments as I wish, I can still assign them if I want, and I can also have the option to duplicate export results very similar to USA Test Prep, all in this area. You can also adjust any settings. I can make sure that it's shared or not shared. When anything is shared on the yes, that means everyone in the school can see it who shares that content. So anybody else who selects physical science, GSE, would be able to view that if the share were turned on for that one. From here, let's just say that I need to create a new assessment. I can go directly to New Class Assessment. I'm first prompted for my new assessment to be in the Settings section. So you'll have to name it, so we'll just go with Sample. It's already defaulted for physical science. However, if there's a different subject you need to pull from, they're listed below according to the sections we have purchased. You also need to choose whether to share with the school. It's already defaulted for yes. If you want to keep it private, click no. And these are the choices the students get in terms of their results. You can allow them to view no details where they get scores only. They can view the questions that they missed, or they can view the questions and the answers that they missed. So you choose what you would like. You can, randomization is preset, and it's preset to not allow a calculator, but you can toggle that on. Click Save and Continue pushes you into Content. You can choose to select the questions on your own. You can choose them by domain. You can also narrow it down to standard. Notice that they list all the questions automatically, but you can also choose to select it only by, like let's say I don't want to do just all multiple choice, fill in the blank, classify, match, and order. Let's say I'm just specifically wanting classify, match, and order. Then it will go through and pull the questions that are already pre-generated to do that. I can look through the questions, see which ones that I'm interested in. I can choose to select those questions if I want. I can also load more questions if I want to as well. I'll have a question count up here of how many questions I've selected so far. There's also passage only type questions. And again, you can select the domain, narrow it down by standard, and it will show you any options. Now in this particular section, there weren't any that were already ready to go that I could select. And then there's also, if you create your own bank, you can pull your own questions. Now the second option is Progress Learning will select the questions for me. I can choose my assessment length. I want to keep it small to 20 questions. Notice over here the dispersion of what they're doing. It's based off of the domains that I chose previously. From there, you can now see that my question count sits at 22 because I chose 2 questions I wanted the test to have on it. And then I told Progress Learning to select the remaining part of the questions I wanted. From here, all we need to do is click Save and Preview. It'll notify me they've been added successfully. Now I can go through, I can rearrange questions, move them from one location to another if I want to. I can view it inside of the student mode. It will show me what the student has to do for each question. This is kind of nice because according to new testing standards that they're pushing out and methods in which kids have to answer questions. A lot of times it's click and drag, so they have some good options for that. So you can preview what the question is like. You can also choose to delete a question. It'll confirm if you want it to go away, and that should be about it. Now, from there, you can make two choices. You can save the assessment, or you can save an assignment. It's your choice. Just a couple of quick final notes after you have created your assessment. Take a look down below. In your own assessment bank, you'll find the ones that you created. And let's just say you created one and you don't want that one anymore and you want to get rid of it. It's not always as easy to decipher where to get rid of it, because you would think you'd go over to actions and you'll be able to get rid of it. But instead, that is not where it is located. You want to simply check mark the ones that you do not want, and you want to click the delete button up here. And Progress Learning has it set to make sure, hey, are you really sure that you want to let go of this test? So you simply type the word delete, click on the word delete, and then it will eventually go away. Now let's say the last part, I want to go ahead and assign a assessment that I have ready to go. I have this one right here. I want to go over to the little person with the plus button over on the right hand side and click it. It's also going to pop up all the classes that I have. Okay, and you'll see your classes pop up. You can pre-select all students if I expand this menu out. You'll see these are my students inside of that class. So I'm going to go ahead and select that one checkbox, which marks all of the students that I have. Then I'm going to click Save and Continue. It goes to Notes. If I want to give any last minute instructions to my students, maybe you're going to be out that day and you need them to take this assessment, you can write those in here. Click Save and Continue when you're finished. You can set the start date so it will not appear until that particular date and time that you're choosing to have it post to the actual platform. You can choose a due date as well, whatever that may be. And then of course, you can go ahead and save the assignment. You can also choose to have a number of attempts that students can take, especially if you're working towards practice of mastery. If you want to, you can do that. Now, I will warn you, if you set a minimum score requirement, like if you want all your kids to master at a certain level, like 90%, it will automatically turn it to unlimited multiple attempts, just to make sure you are aware of what you are enabling. Simply click OK. They have unlimited attempts to get to a 90%. Now I am ready to go. I click my save assignment and I am off. Okay, I hope this helps.